What's up, everybody? Welcome to Talking Again podcast. I am your host, Fidel. This is The Tap. Thank you for tuning in, and please make sure and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to click on the notification bell. You can also find the show on all your popular podcast platforms such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or wherever you listen. Let's get this show started. What's wrong?
What's gonna give you a cramp?
Just lifting up my leg over here. Yeah,
I thought I was getting old. My leg will crap up right here, right now too.
I started playing softball yesterday, and
Oh,
then
no, dude.
my shoulder's out. And,
Yeah, no, I wouldn't even try that anymore. No,
I'm still gonna do it.
until you get popped in the head, like right here when I did on a fly ball,
Yeah,
knocked me out.
you did.
We're done.
You did softball.
I did do softball.
Like co-ed?
It was co-ed actually.
When was this? And where?
This was in Southgate actually.
Okay.
In Southgate, we used to have a co-ed.
Where, at Southgate Park?
In Southgate Park,
Nice.
right off of Tweety, I think it
Yeah,
was. Yeah,
Tweety.
Oh, right there. Yeah, I think I popped in the head here on a fly ball, and then I was running to third base, and I knew the guy was gonna throw it,
Yeah.
so I ducked, and he still threw it at me, and he hit me in the back of the head. He gave me a contusion. They sent me to the hospital.
Oh,
And I went back the next week. I'm like, who was it?
Yeah.
They're like, we're not going to tell you, Laura, because I never knew who it was because they threw it from behind.
yeah.
But they figured I might go up to him and
They,
do something.
see, even back then they knew.
They already knew. They had to mess with me. They're kidding.
You guys, that's my guest, Laura Machuca, for the day for the
Hello.
podcast. This should be tap 16.
Is it?
Yeah, tap
Already?
16 already.
Wow.
16 episodes, not bad, huh?
Not bad. That's good.
Yeah. Laura was a guest on my previous podcast, How We Talk,
Yeah.
twice. The second
The
time
second
you,
one was just by, guest, with Brenda, wasn't it?
yeah, you came in with Brenda.
Yeah, Brenda. It was a date right after my show.
Right
or the
after
date
the show.
right after the show. A few hours.
We were all flustered, remember?
Beat red.
Yep.
Yeah, it was not looking pretty.
Speaking of the shows, the truckers wanted a job fair.
This year, August.
Yeah,
The one just passed.
it just passed.
Yeah.
Every year it's, nope, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not doing it anymore. But every year you do it.
I do it again and again. I know.
It's fun though. People like it. They like it.
do. They do.
How many years have we been doing it already?
That was 4. Wait.
No, that was
That
like
was 13. No.
13?
Oh my
Oh.
gosh, I
was
forgot.
like
Yeah, 13 or 14.
2006 was the first one, right?
Yeah, I don't even know. I have no idea. We did that one at the Harbor College. 2006 was
I
it?
think 2006 because
So this was
I
our.
did 2007 and Rudy was there for 2006, I think.
What a brain fart I have now. Was it? It just passed in August, and I can't even remember if it was our 13th or 14th year.
Wow. Wait, wouldn't it be on the calendar? No, it wouldn't be on the
I
calendar.
don't even remember.
Yeah, it
I don't
doesn't matter, I
remember.
guess. But
A long time.
a long time ago.
A long time.
And you've
ago.
been going strong every year.
Every year.
Hits and misses, but
You know what? I think when we used to throw it in July,
Yeah.
that's when we were always like hit and miss. If there was going to be Olympics, there was going to be soccer games.
right.
Remember?
Yeah.
One time we had the
That Mexico game.
Mexico game.
Yeah.
Oh, nobody showed up because
Right.
all you guys want to stay home and watch the game.
Yeah.
So I think that's why we moved it to August, and it's been hitting better there.
Yeah.
So it's good.
There you go.
It's different from all the shows that are here in California, I think.
You're trucking for kids.
Ours is first in
Uh-huh.
August. Then it's Trucking for Kids, or right after is Memorial, right, or somewhere
Yeah,
around there.
uh-huh.
So A&L Truck Supply does theirs in Fresno on Labor Day weekend. Is that
Right.
one Labor Day weekend? Then it's Trucking for Kids. Then it's the California Truck Show at the Ontario Convention Center, and then
right.
Caesar does a show. I don't know if you knew about that one. The one in Mexicali. I mean, not Mexicali. Calexico, El Centro.
Mhm.
En El
Oh,
Centro.
it's Central, right.
En El Centro.
I heard about it just through social media. Everybody posting it. You know?
Troqueros Sin Fronteras.
Yeah, there
and
you
that's
go.
Caesar, who does that one, and he's a truck driver. And you know what it is? It's just that when we had a talk the other day, and I said, people need to know why you do this show,
Yeah.
and it's actually for a great cause. It's for an organization that he helps, and he donates to them, parts of what he makes from that show.
Yeah.
To this organization that helps families who have kids with cancer. And so I can't even, it's something called Alejandro something. And the woman and her son, her older son, I think it is, who run it, they had, she had a young son who passed away from cancer.
Mm-hmm.
But then I think she realized that so many families were having such trouble coming back and forth with gas money or food and everything to bring their kids to chemo.
Yeah.
And that's when she started that foundation. So I mean, I was witness to it when I saw the kids there, because, you know, they have hot dogs for them and this and that, and they show up. The kids who are not too sick to show up. And then I see them the next year, you know, with their hair grown back. And I said, wait, I saw you last year. And he's like, yeah, the mom says he's in remission now, which is great to see,
Yeah.
you know. And a lot of people, and a lot of the truck drivers who actually went this past, it was November 4th, I think, or 3rd, they said, we didn't know that this was what it was about. And when she went up there to talk about it, you know, I was told that a few guys had a little tears in their eyes, and you know, because it touches the heart. I mean, especially if they have kids, you know. So it's different shows, you know, for show and shines and job fairs and this and that. So it's good.
It is important. I think that you need that something that needs to come out, and he needs to talk a little bit more about it or advertise it more. Yeah, like you said, mention why you do it, not just to get together, because it's important. I mean, the turnout just alone. You know,
he had 89 trucks that showed up. It was great. I mean, I never get to go because it actually lands on my mother's birthday the weekend. So, and I think last year I was flying back from China that day. Yeah. So I didn't get to make it last year either.
Sorry, we'll talk about your China trip. I remember that.
Oh yeah, that was lovely.
Why do you do your show? Is it just a show and shine, or is it? Why do you do your show?
I do it
which is Truckers Wanted Job Fair.
Truckers Wanted Job Fair, because I have the Truckers Wanted Job Guide. We have El Troquero newspaper, and we have Truck Club magazine. Yeah. And a lot of people don't know that we are all three at the same time. I mean, we are all three. We're the only ones under the umbrella of Truck Club Publishing. Right. Yeah. So we're the only ones that have 3 magazines. You know, some of them cater. One of them obviously is a job guide. The other one has everything in there with truck sales, tires for sales, and trucking companies are looking for drivers or owner operators, mechanics, you know, tow trucks, everything that caters to the truck driver. Yeah. Then the newspaper is kind of the same thing, but we just throw in an extra bonus of a girl in a bikini.
There you go.
And a awesome truck in the front cover also. You know,
well, that's kind of like you get to showcase the trucks, do a little article on the truck and the history of the truck or what it's about, or maybe the driver. Or
I haven't done that yet.
That's what we need to see.
I know. Yeah. You want to write for me? I don't have a writer.
You don't want me to write.
Who wants to write for me? If everyone wants to write for me, then we can.
You guys send the DMs. slide into your DM.
There you go.
No, you don't want that. No, don't start saying that right now. Yeah, so you do have the Troquero models. How did that start? The idea of getting Troquero models, was it since the beginning of the newspaper?
Actually, no. I mean, when we started, we had truck clubs since 1996, and then we decided to start Troquero, and it was black and white. And we said, no, you know, this is not gonna. I can't compete with truck club that is full color. Yeah. So we, you know, brainstormed and we said, you know, let's put chicks in bikinis. Yeah. With a truck, you know. And at first it was just going to one of my dealers. Hey, can you lend me a truck? I'm gonna get, you know, a girl. Yeah. And it happened to be the first model was Carmen Palumbo. Somebody asked me about her today. I think my cousin who came down from Mexico. Mm-hmm. He asked me, he's like, you know, so how's Carmen? And I said, and she used to be one of the girls who was on Que Buena radio station. Oh, okay. And she was the girl who used to announce the videos. Uh-huh. So, and they used to call her La Ponedora. Little did I know that this is what she did. And she just happened to be a friend of a friend. And she says, well, any friend of hers is a friend of mine. So she came and did the photo shoot. When I got to the dealer, I already had warned him like 3 days prior, called him the day of, don't forget to get me that truck, wash it. When I got there, that truck was way deep into the parking lot, not washed. The girl was going to be there in 20 minutes. So there I was washing a truck. Oh. And getting it out of there and washing it just to get the photo shoot done. And from there, it just, you know, escalated. And then from there, we had to go full color, and it went well, you know.
From there, did you start as far as getting, because you have now a calendar, which is right behind you. Oh, yeah, the 2020 calendar. So you don't have just one Carmen. Now you have multiple models. We've
had our models that have been with us like for many years. Actually, when I was at the show in Ontario this few weeks ago, one of my original models showed up and with her 2 kids now, you know. Wow. And she was one of our favorite, you know, models that she was there for many, many years with us, Leslie Gomez. Yeah. And I think she changed her last name already because she got married,
Oh, right.
had 2 kids, but she was great. We always,
Yeah.
she was everybody knew who she was. And so it just escalated, to more and more girls. And we have our favorite girls that come back and they continue wanting to work with us and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
it's
and I
good.
know from working the show, I know that you get the guys that come in and I remember they used to ask for like Celeste. You
Yeah,
remember they used to ask for
Manderville. She
Celeste?
actually sent
Yeah.
me a message not that long
Oh,
ago.
really? There
Yeah,
you go.
she actually sent me a message not that long ago through Instagram,
Yeah.
and I haven't heard from her in a while.
Yeah, yeah.
I think she was living in Hawaii or I don't
Oh,
know.
wow.
But yeah, Celeste. That's
Celeste was
crazy.
one of them, and then obviously, still to this day, you still get requests from Marla.
Marla. Yeah. Marla
and she was
G.
just at the show, right? Wait, was she at the last show?
No, she wasn't.
No,
she hasn't
wasn't.
been. No, she's been.
She
She
was
was
at
in the
a
calendar.
shoot. Yeah, because she's on the calendar.
Yeah, she was at a shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not
the
yeah. She
show.
hasn't worked with us yet.
Yeah.
So now, we have our favorite. They have our favorite ones.
But now you go through an agency, though, right?
Yes,
Oh,
I
okay.
do go through an agency now.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
yeah.
A lot of headaches.
You know what? Actually, this agency, no.
Yeah.
She's very good at what she does. She's on top of her game, and that's what
It's
I like.
EV agency,
EV
right?
agency, yeah. She's on top of her game.
Yeah,
I mean, that morning she's already texting all the girls, and you need to text me when you're there. You need to let me know when you leave, and she's texting me, and she's good.
That's
she's
good.
very good.
Before, so have you just recently started working with her, or?
I want to say it's been like about a year.
Okay, cool. Because there's a few years back that we had some issues. Remember with some of the models. We don't have to say what
We don't have
agency
to say,
it was.
just no.
But
they were all good. And that other agency that I used to use before, she's a great person. I
Yeah.
mean, she's a great person still.
Yeah.
But sometimes you got to change your variety of models, and I've had girls, actually send me messages through Instagram.
Yeah.
And if I see that they're professional models, then I have no problem. Send me your pictures and we'll talk.
Yeah.
But if it's just someone that's just going to start off or something, it's kind of hard because you need to, even some of the girls from the agencies, they need to know how to pose. They need to know how to,
Mm-hmm.
you can look one way in person and then look horrible on camera.
Well, that
Or
camera
on pictures.
that camera doesn't lie.
Cameras don't lie.
It
Pictures
doesn't
don't
lie.
lie, like
They
my
don't lie.
friend says. Pictures
Yeah.
don't lie.
Pictures don't lie.
You can use as much as I'm so bad at the new Instagram stuff, like,
Like
the filters
filters
and all.
and
I don't know how to use any of that stuff. I'm barely getting into Instagram and Facebook.
I started doing that too. Like when it first came out, and I thought this is really cool. I thought Instagram was just for pictures, so that you can do filters on your pictures. That's what I thought it was.
Or
And
not while you were taking them.
No. I mean, no. That like you're talking about Snapchat or something like that.
Yeah, you see, I don't know any of that stuff.
See, I thought when I first got the app, Instagram, I thought it was just like an app where you can filter your pictures.
Okay.
I didn't know it was gonna become what it is today, which is a way of making money to a business. You can run your business through Instagram.
Yeah, that's true.
But anyways, way off topic.
Yeah.
I mean, it's things that I just don't know about. It's, the Instagram thing.
We old. I'm
We are-
old,
we are
and I
old.
don't know
We got-
any of that stuff.
We got messed up knees and shoulders and yeah.
If we could do like changes live right now, we could just take out the wrinkles and
Well,
everything. That'd be awesome.
As we're talking right now, this is being recorded with a filter.
Oh, really?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, shoot. Darn it.
No. So let's see. What's the future of the company? I mean, where's your direction? The next goal? Because I know you're always trying something different, trying to make it big.
I mean, everybody keeps saying, that print's going to go away. And I know one of these days it will. And then, you get old truck drivers that call me because I used to work at a trucking company many years ago before I came to the magazine. So, they still call me to this day. And I ask them, do you guys pick up the magazine? He's like, we always do. Why do you think we're calling you? Because every time we see it, we think of you, and they call me.
Yeah.
And I said, but do you actually look at it? They're like, yeah, we're sitting there in our trucks so many hours, I mean, there's only so much you can do on your phone. And so they start looking through the magazine. But, bottom line, I mean, we have to keep up with the times, and we got to do the whole Instagram and Facebook and all that. But I'm wondering if that's really something that is like in the magazine, you saw a mechanic who fixed turbos at that point. Would you rather start scrolling and looking for it, through my app on my website and start looking, or would it be easier just to grab the magazine and grab the index? Let's go back to basics. Index and just look for the name of it.
Mufflers,
repairs. Boom. There it is, and it's a bunch of names. People just don't go back to basics anymore. So maybe, hopefully, I mean, I don't know what. I mean, I'm trying to, like, right now, the calendar.
Yeah.
I have it at 3 locations plus my office, and I have a mail list there. I mean, an email list. So go to any of those 3 locations. Give me your email address, and I'll give you a free calendar.
Yeah.
I have it at Mayen's Truck Accessories, both locations in Fontana on Valley, and the one in the back. And I have one at Gio Mayen's Toys for Trucks in Bloomington. Mm-hmm. And then I have Long Beach Truck Supply.
Okay.
And you can go over there, give me your email list. We'll give you a calendar, your email name, your email address, and that's it. Yeah. And so and that way I can form a whole database.
Yeah, like a lead
And I don't like to bombard people with emails because I hate it too.
Yeah.
But maybe one every 2 weeks or
like
something.
A newsletter,
maybe a picture of a girl. I don't want you to get in trouble with with your wife or anything. But who's having a sale. Wait, I'm not even gonna say it because I can't give out my secrets.
No, don't give out any of those secrets.
I can't give out my secrets. I can't say what I'm gonna do with but I'm not gonna get crazy with people's emails and stuff like that.
You can't let the competitors.
Competition,
those competitors start. Because I know they listen to the show and they watch the show. So
darn it, social media. Right? This is what I hate about it. Catch all our secrets.
Let's see. I know we're running quickly out of time because we started recording this late.
Oh yeah.
And we're gonna go live pretty soon.
Yes.
So obviously for those that are watching this right now on YouTube, we're gonna record a live Instagram. Obviously pre-recorded, so you guys are watching this after the fact. But anyways, that'll come out pretty soon. But just to kind of, I do want to touch on. No, we'll cross that. We're gonna go Buddhism.
That's even
later on.
Oh my!
Buddhism. We're going to want to, but we'll bring it up later on because we don't have time for it, and I know that's like opening up Pandora's box.
Well, that's even if anybody comes onto my live Instagram because I don't have that many followers yet. But
they'll come on.
Let's see.
I posted it, and then you had some people that reposted it too. So
we'll see what happens. Yeah. I just want to give you the do's and don'ts on how to drive around trucks.
I wrote some notes and I'm gonna run them by you real quick, and then you could tell me what you think. The short version, and then we'll get into it on the live. But for the future of the American truckers, okay. Mm-hmm. I read an article that was labeled "Death of Owner-Operator Truckers." That's harsh, huh?
Yeah, that's
harsh. But is it reality when you start talking the technology? Right, self-driving vehicles, the iRobot, Tesla has that one that's coming out. No, do any of those things scare you at all?
No.
Why?
No. You need people. You need truck drivers. There's no way. I remember when I was back in 95 or 96, they were going to build the corridor, the Alameda corridor from the harbor to the railroad. All our truck, and when I used to work at a trucking company, all the truck drivers were freaking out. Mm-hmm. They're going to take our jobs. It's going to be the chance. I said, there's no way. The magnitude of the vessels, of the containers that come on a vessel, a train can't handle that. We need you guys. I said, and there's no way. You have containers, trailers, flatbeds, dump trucks, hazardous material. Everything that we need to survive comes in a truck.
Right.
The milk that you drink, the cement that's building your roads, the food, nothing gets to the store by magics. And it needs, and even your mail, everything. So you need the truck driver. Yeah. So I'm going to let the boys, the truck drivers, if they chime in, tell us what they need to give them a little more respect on the roads.
Yeah.
And because if we can barely handle 2 hours on our way home and we get frustrated, the truck drivers, the road is their office.
Yeah.
And they have to put up with
10 hours at least, right?
11 hours.
Yeah.
And that's their office. And to be putting up with people cutting them off, and they leave a space between them and a car for a reason. Mm-hmm. It's not for you to jump in.
It's to stop.
You know what I mean? It's for you not to get in between that car and the truck. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I've seen the people just.
Oh yeah.
So, we'll see what happens.
We'll get into it for sure.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I just gotta have my boys, be nice about it, because I can understand that some of the truck drivers get upset.
And I say, I say let them go. Let them go after. Let them go after it. Let them talk about whatever they want to talk about because no, if they have an issue with it and they want to voice it, this is the place to do it. You know.
Yeah.
Because if you're not talking about it, if you're not loud, no one's gonna hear you.
No.
You know what I mean? So you can't sit in a coffee shop and talk to a coworker or somebody and just talk shit. You got to put it out there.
Yeah, I know.
You got to put it out there.
I know. That's the way it goes. So let's see if they chime in.
We're going to get into this. Thank you very much, Laura.
In a few minutes.
Laura Machuca. Here we go. You guys wait for this ad right now.
Troqueros wanted annual truck show here in Whittier and Narrows Park. We had so much fun, and we hope you guys join us next year.
All right.
So what are we going to talk about, Laura? What are we talking about today? We're talking about, what do we have in the agenda? Look at this. All this that we're going to talk about.
These questions. Black and yellow. That's David. Thank you, David, for showing up.
Can you shout out my homie Goodman out?
There you go. You just shouted him out.
Boom. What's up, Goodman? What's up?
It's a Cascadia truck. What does it say?
The Cascadia trucks are trash show? The Cascadia trucks are trash show.
I don't even know.
He's hating. He's a hater.
He's a hater. Oh, no. That's not nice. We got to be nice.
Yeah, you guys.
We got to talk into our Buddhism after because, you know, Buddhism tells you to be nice to people.
Yeah.
Not to be mean.
Well, nobody benefits from being mean.
No, exactly. It's not good.
No.
He's hating, girl. I know, Jamie. I know. Jamie and Sergio, they're one of our longtime trucking customers for On the Road Insurance. So you guys need insurance? You know where to go. On the Road Insurance. Look them up in Truck Club Magazine. And they will be there. They got a full page now this time.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So I think in order for non-truckers to know about the trucking industry, I want the truck drivers to let me know what other cars should not do to them while they're on the road.
As far as like other motor vehicles that aren't semi-truck drivers.
They're on semi-truck drivers. Okay. Remember, you got an 80,000 pound
truck. To you guys out there, you
that's
truckers
you
right
truckers.
Now. So we want you guys to interact with us right now. Start posting your questions, your comments. Let us know. Hey, we might even if someone wants to get in on a video, you could do a split image video thing, and they want to chime in.
Oh wow.
No, we don't have to do that.
I know. I don't know how to do that. You know, we gotta. You know.
Yeah, there's ways of doing it. You can invite someone, or they can ask to get in. Something like that.
I know.
Yeah.
So
shout out to Yvette La Torta. Is that I say it right? Yvette La Torta.
So it's the lanes. If the lanes are merging, let them in. If they are merging, let them in.
So let who in?
The truck drivers.
Okay.
Now at nighttime, flash your lights at them. They can't measure the distance between you and a truck and a car at night, especially if they have a trailer. You need to let them know that you're going to let them in.
Yeah.
Be nice and let them in. Flash your lights at them, and that way they know. They cannot, don't sit there and start yelling at them and why aren't you coming in? I'm letting you in. They can't see that distance. It's hard for them to measure that distance. And you got to remember that you're talking about an 80,000 pound truck against a 4,000 pound truck.
Right.
So don't try to compete with them. So can you use, what does it say? Stop trying to beat
semis while merging. Yes. Okay. That's what I was going to talk about right now. Now I do this on my own, and then because my dad was a truck driver for many years, over 25 years or whatever it was, and he always taught me, and I knew because when I was in the trucks with him, how frustrating it was when someone was cutting you off. When now as a driver, I've been driving since I was 16 years old. I know that it's just easier for me to let them go first because it's like you said, it's harder for them to maneuver that big ass thing.
80,000
Let them go first. Let them do their thing, and then I can get my ass on the other lane quick.
Yeah,
real quick.
Yeah.
As soon as I let them go, I can just merge, and I'm out.
Exactly.
In 5 seconds, I can be in front of that truck.
Well, there's a reason.
If I do it right, if you really want to be in front of that truck.
You know what I've noticed lately, and I want to know. I'm wondering if this is true with truck drivers. That I actually just yesterday I got on the 605 freeway and I let a truck in. And, I flashed my lights. I let a truck in, and I noticed that his brake lights blinked at me. And I'm wondering if that's him saying thank you to me, because it's happened to me a few times. So I'm wondering if that's true or not. If that's how you guys at least respond back to the drivers. When they let you in, blink your lights at them.
The etiquette that I know from that is when you flash your lights and let them go in front of you, and they do go in front of you, typically they put their hazard lights on for a couple of seconds. That's what it is? Okay. Yeah, their hazards. So they'll put their hazards on, so it's like kind of like thank you, like,
yeah,
for the awareness.
The awareness. Yeah. So
which I do that with regular drivers in cars.
Exactly.
Because really, I mean, I know everybody wants to get to where they need to get to, but come on, really? Like what?
What's 3 seconds that you let somebody in instead of causing an accident, and then you are not going to...
Or frustration for yourself.
Exactly.
Like you're going to be in there like talking shit, motherfucking the driver in front of you when that dude has no idea that you're motherfucking him.
Exactly.
And now who's the one with the headache?
You. Yeah, exactly. You.
You know?
And I think that if you...
Rest in peace to OG Toker. Sorry, go ahead.
Talk about driving... The brown
side bus?
What is that?
The brown side bus. Is that a UPS or what?
I don't know. It says black and yellow complains more than my old lady. That's not nice to say that about David.
Oh, is that black and yellow's David?
Yes. I've known David for many, many years. Talk about trucker blind spots. Yes.
Okay.
The guys have the blind spots. I mean, if you can't see yourself or your car in their mirrors, they can't see you.
Yeah,
that's your point. I mean, that should be your clue right there.
So not the big ass sign that says if you can't see the mirrors, then you
can't read that part.
If you can't read that part, then you should probably not be driving.
Yeah, exactly. Who gave you your license? You know what I mean?
Right. No, I get you.
Because it's obvious. It says it there. All you got to do is read. I mean, we have to have common sense nowadays.
No, that's the problem. Is that
People
no one
don't
has
have
common sense. Or that, or they're and it's odd to say, but they're driving with blinders.
Exactly.
So they're either too distracted because they want to make sure that they beat everybody and get on the other side, or they're on their phone. I've seen people merging onto fast traffic and they're on their phones.
El Troquero Models just joined.
El Troquero Models.
No kidding.
Who?
That's my sister.
Oh, okay. Ale runs that?
Yeah.
Oh wait, we're not supposed to say her name?
Yeah, she's okay.
She's
okay with that.
The
right,
ghost operator.
Common sense is an expensive commodity. That's very true, Jamie. Yeah. Very true. If you can't say, what is it? If you can't see the driver's face in the mirrors, exactly, they can't see you. That is correct.
Shout out to
Troquera
B. Troquera B. Brenda. Here. Love you guys. Love you.
People need to stop texting and watch the road. Yes. That is the most
100%.
You know, that is 100%
How many times a day do you do that when you're driving?
You know what? I
probably do about 4 or 5 times.
Yes, but last week I actually, I had to answer an email, and I said, you know what? I'm going to pull over. Ooh. I'm going to do, 10 seconds and just answer the darn email and get back on the road. What's 10 seconds of me not seeing somebody and hitting them?
Right.
And 10 seconds. I mean, there's no point in just stopping just for 10 seconds and just read the message or answer it if it's really important. Then pull over, Once
you pull over, you get some time to fix your hair, do your makeup. Gotta be saying you're looking fly, so
thanks,
little segue.
Girlfriend.
Gotta always check that makeup. So
I'm watching this while driving. Love the show.
Are
you a truck driver?
That?
Oh my goodness.
We definitely don't recommend that, but
we don't recommend that, Laura.
We have no control over that. That's another thing.
Stop by my office tomorrow if you have time. Who is that? Jay.
I'll
be in Fontana tomorrow, pretty much all morning. So send me a message and I will swing by. Hate it when I'm at
at a steady mph miles per hour, and there is always an idiot that knocks my speed down just because he wants to change his lane slow. They cut him off and then they slow down or whatever.
Exactly.
Like
there's a reason why the truck leaves a space between him and the car in front of him. It's so that he's not so close to him. So that doesn't mean that that's a green light for you to cut in between him and the truck. So let's Ryder truck sales in Montebello. I stopped by you and those weren't it. They told me you need to send me a message tomorrow. We gotta talk. Okay. Send me a message.
Slide into your DM.
Yeah, there you go. What else?
No, first I want everybody to know that Laura isn't just someone that thinks she knows everything. No, she knows it. She worked. How many years were you doing the safety?
I was a safety for about 3 years, which, mind you, it was really, really a long time ago. I'm going to date myself.
Yeah.
But it was like back in 96. And I was having a conversation with somebody else today that, I may be a little outdated on maybe the safety regulations, but common sense is common sense. Don't cut off people. And it's not just trucks. Don't cut off people in your cars. Have a little more respect. That's what it is. Nobody has respect anymore towards each other. Nobody says hello to each other. Nobody says goodbye to each other. Nobody says thank you to anything, you know? And if we show each other a little more respect, I think we'd make this world a better place, because I think it's going to shit. So I'm sorry. Well,
you almost had me convinced that you were running for a Miss Pageant award or something right now.
No, I know, right?
Until that last
I want world peace. No, I'm kidding.
But
that's what it is.
Totally makes sense, dude. And I agree. Stop worrying about the little things. And then something that I was kind of alluding to earlier was, if you have no control over things, why are you going to bitch about it?
Exactly.
Like, you can't control the dude driving in front of you. Why are you going to complain about it? You know what I mean?
You should talk about this. Drivers flipping trucks nowadays, speeding on turns. Well, the truck drivers also have to, be courteous also to the drivers. I mean, it's not just the drivers to them. The truck drivers need to also, I get it. You're frustrated, and I get it. And remember that the truck drivers, their road is their office. And to have to be dealing with, if we can barely hang in for 2 hours, like I said, to go home, and we're already frustrated. Can you imagine the guys, the drivers, the girls, the drivers, that they have to be on the road every single day, every single hour for 11 hours, and to have to deal with people cutting them off and then slamming the brakes, not letting them merge. It's frustrating. Yeah. I get it.
Yeah.
What is it? From the insurance point, we can't go back down, huh? It's already done.
Oh yeah, I could if you want.
50% of all trucks on the road to be electric by 2030. Hopefully not. Because
that's not the one we're talking about, though, right? The earlier.
Well, I think so. But it's gonna be tough. I mean, maybe. Who knows? Who knows what happens from here on? I mean,
well, that they're saying because
I probably won't be around by then, so I don't know.
You'll definitely be around. But that's what they're saying. It's like make everything electric, make everything quick, easier.
It's not gonna be quick. I mean, the truck drivers, I mean, you as the people who aren't in the trucking industry, you need to realize that the truck drivers bring everything to you, your clothes, your food. I mean, everything that we have to live, to survive is brought by a truck. It doesn't get to the stores by magic, Yeah. So who's going to wait at the harbor to pick up a load? Who's going to sit there for hours to get loaded? And then, he has to go get unloaded and this and that. The electric trucks are not going to, I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. But drivers, we need the drivers, and it's kind of hard to.
I think that's the biggest battle. Is going to be, that human element of it. Is that going to be replaced by a robot? Because you see it in companies right now all over the place. they've been cutting down on factories and stuff because they have these big machines that kind of just automated, do things. They have computers
You know why?
that generate.
People are lazy nowadays and they don't want to work. I hate to say it.
Yeah.
This is why we're being replaced by computers and machines.
Yeah. Because
we're always complaining that we don't want to work.
But okay, I'm gonna play devil's advocate because it doesn't look like anybody else's. So, what if you as a business owner, if I propose something to you that is gonna make your job faster, easier, and this is the most important part, less expensive, would you do it at the expense of employees? Mind you, employees that you've had for years.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
That's the biggest problem. That's the biggest problem right now is that if I could Amazon, right? Mm-hmm. Take the Amazon now. If Amazon can get electric cars or trucks to deliver all their stuff,
yeah.
If they can get drones to drop off packages to your house and not have to worry about anybody knocking on your door or doing stuff, like they're gonna do it. That's the messed up part. That's true.
That's the messed up
part. So the argument is, where does the human element come into it? How are they going to benefit from having an actual human being there? That would be the argument.
Yeah. I mean, well, I would like to hear more from truck drivers and, what you guys think what we can teach the people who don't drive trucks, what they should not do. We already got the lane merging. Don't brake in front of them. Give them the headlights, if you want to let them swing by. I mean, like, get into the lane. What else do we need? Have respect towards them. I mean, I get it. Some of you truck drivers, you guys can be mean sometimes too, because you gotta want to teach some of the people the lessons, not to cut you guys off. And you guys have done some mean things, but you as a professional driver, you have to have that patience more than the regular people. Yeah, you have to, because you are a professional driver, and that should stay. That should always be. Money is always going to be the biggest making factor. It is more. What does it say? This is from Ryder.
And more affordable than employees. 99%.
Having a human.
I mean, yeah. That's the biggest problem is that if it makes sense, why wouldn't you do it, and why wouldn't it happen? So I read somebody saying that they're gonna put it 2024, 2025 is when they're gonna start. All the electric trucks. If it does happen, it's gonna be then. I was reading that you have 1.7 million jobs in all over the country are gonna be threatened due to that. 1.7 million jobs. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
What are they going to do? Most of these people, that's all they've done.
I mean, look at already all the retail stores are gone because everybody's buying through Amazon as it is.
Yeah.
So that's a big thing, yeah.
It's like, if most of these people don't have the college experience because they were able to make so much more money driving trucks, and that's something that they like to do. If they have it, I mean, what else are they going to go? What do they have to fall back on?
You know what? And it's not that easy to just get a license, a Class A license. I mean, it can be, but the problem here is that once you get a Class A license, not that many trucking companies can hire you because you need the 2-year experience. Right. You'd have to go to certain companies that are self-insured. And, I know people are going to kick me in the butt for saying this, but Swift, Schneider, and I know a lot of people make fun of them, the drivers from Swift, but guess what? Everybody had to start somewhere. Yeah. You did too.
Right.
So, you guys got to stop hating so much, because guess what? You guys are fading fast, and we need more truck drivers, because if not, we don't have anything. Yeah. Nothing gets moved here. And California it's for some reason, it's like the laws are more strict here, and they're just coming with more and more and more stuff to make it more and more difficult for an owner operator, or a company to have drivers to be in California. Mm-hmm. That's why a lot of people are just moving.
Yeah.
Moving to Texas, moving anywhere, Arizona, but everybody's moving. Mm-hmm. I mean, even cost of living is too much here.
Oh yeah.
So we got to work together. So.
You got Brenda over there trying to recruit people to Colorado.
She's trying to recruit drivers in Colorado.
She said, leave California, go to Colorado.
Yeah, go over there.
Oh, man. Someone just said owner operators is the way to go. It's the best way to go. It's tough. They're going through some things, and it's just a matter of,
we got to see till January.
Yeah.
We got to see if the new law breaks through. If not, which hoping we're not, because it's not just going to affect drivers. It's going to affect everybody who's on a 1099.
Yeah.
Independent contractors.
Yep.
Down to realtors and stylists and anything, hairstylists.
Yeah.
Uber drivers, Lyft drivers.
Yeah.
It's all going to affect everybody.
Strippers.
So, no, not them. They're exempt.
Oh, they're exempt?
Yeah.
What about
exempt.
Prostitutes?
I don't know. They're on the 1099. I think they get.
No, they can't. They're not 1099. But it is the oldest profession.
Yeah, right? I mean, obviously, yeah. So we got to see, you see, El Troquero models. We love our truck drivers.
Yeah.
We do. I mean, you know what? To be honest with you, in this industry that I've been so long, I've been appreciative of all the drivers who have still communicate with us, still talk to me, call me here and there. I got some truck drivers that, if I call one of them, then all of a sudden I'm on a party line with all of them. They're like the comadres. I'm not going to say your guys' name, but you know who you are, okay? You know who you are.
Yeah.
I'll call one of them just to say something to them about the show or something, and all of a sudden I hear, hey, Laura. Hi, Laura. Hi, Laura. I'm like, how many are you guys on the line? I'm like, you guys are like comadres. And they're, well, that's what we do. We talk on the phone while we drive. Bias, you're one of them too. Little comadre.
Well, it's like, look, like we talked about earlier, they got 10, 11 hours they're working, they're out there grinding.
Yes.
And hey, you got to make light of it sometimes. You got to talk shit,
I love my Laura phone calls.
It sounds like it's a big community,
And she just put him on blast. Tony Ruben Acosta Sucio. You
Oh,
put him
same
on
guys?
blast. She
All
did
of
it, not me.
Are those the
She
comadres?
did. Those are comadres right there.
Oh, damn.
But I always appreciate all their drivers, because you know what? They have backed me up. They have been there with me for my truck shows. They're good people and they're hard workers.
Yeah.
And, you have your guys who fix their trucks, who bring their trucks to my show. And I always appreciate them. And, they're like kind of like family, because they have my back, even though some of them are afraid of me. But I think somebody told me that the other day. But yeah, so, I'm like the mother hen, I think, of all the trucking industry, I guess. So, but yeah, I do appreciate all of you guys all the time. And I hope that, the people who don't drive trucks, you guys can be a little more conscious on how you drive around them and learn a little more. You know what I mean? Just remember, don't try to compete against an 80,000-pound truck when you only have a 4,000-pound car.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to take you out. And why risk that?
Oh, yeah.
For a few seconds that you can let the truck through or not cut him off, just don't do it.
Just be courteous.
So for drivers on the AB5, especially, they need to have, well, we're hoping that doesn't go through, Jamie. We're hoping that doesn't go through, because that would hurt a lot of people. And that I know the CTA filed, I think, like a lawsuit towards to not let that bill pass. So we're hoping that it doesn't, know. So we'll see what happens.
underscore J562. He just said, the queen of the truckers. Everybody loves Laura.
Thank you.
Or everybody knows Laura. I think that one's better than the mother hen.
Yeah, right. I know, but
the queen of the truckers.
The queen of the truckers, right? Yeah. So I mean, been doing this for too long, huh?
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay. Well, so I guess that's good enough. I think we touched all the topics.
Yeah,
on the guys.
hey, if you let us know. Again, leave some comments, leave some feedback to Laura. See if you guys like this. This episode right here is gonna drop the following Tuesday. I'm not sure what the date is, so today's the 13th. You guys do the math. So whatever that day that lands on is the Tuesday that's gonna come out.
Let's see what
and you guys can actually listen to what we talked about before, because we actually sat down and recorded before we went live on Instagram.
Yeah.
So
Tuesday the 19th?
Tuesday the 19th.
Yeah.
So Tuesday the 19th, this episode will drop. Again, it's TAP 16. This is Talking Again podcast.
Follow him.
That's Laura.
This is Fidel. Just in case you don't guys know the truckers here or on my live. I don't know if you've probably seen him in the red shirt at the truck shows. This is my right hand right here at my truck shows every single year for 13 years. Okay, I think it's 14. I don't even know.
13 or 14 years.
You know? Love you too, Brenda B.
Yeah.
I will talk to you soon.
Love doing the show. It's great. It's
You're
awesome.
going to be next.
Yeah. She'll come out.
Yeah, when you come down to California. But yeah, we need to. He's always there with me. You're always there with me.
Yep. Thank you.
You and Rudy.
Yeah, it's the best.
You know,
it's the best. It's
I'm not gonna do it next year. No, I'm kidding.
every year. So, anyways, guys, again, this is Talking Again podcast. That's Laura. On the final note, I just want to give a quick shout out, if you don't mind, on your Instagram here, to Andres Gilbert. It's his birthday today, November 13th. He's also a truck driver.
Who?
Andres Gilbert.
Oh, wait.
You know him? He's my cousin. Well,
but
my
wasn't
cousin.
he driving a bus?
No. He was driving for, I forgot who he was driving for.
Okay.
He used to drive for, God, I forgot. They used to go to your show.
Well, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I forgot.
They used to be the team viewfinders.
Yeah, no, that's my brother Andres.
Okay.
No, this is my cousin Andres Gilbert. So again, happy birthday! Shout out.
It's my birthday today too. Happy birthday to World of
Chingas.
There you go.
Órale pues. All right. Again.
Hey, David.
Talking Again podcast, Tap 16 with Laura Machuca.